My Lord and my God, I firmly believe that you are here, that you see me, that you hear me. I adore you with profound reverence. I ask you for pardon for my sins and grace to make this time of prayer fruitful. My Mother Immaculate, Saint Joseph, my Father and Lord, my guardian angel, intercede for me. We read today about the importance of giving testimony to those around us. When the Advocate comes, the Spirit of Truth, he will testify on my behalf, and you also are to testify, because you have been with me from the beginning. So we are to give witness, and for that we need to be close to people, to our family and friends, because your testimony, Jesus, was your life. My testimony is my life. And that's also how I understand your words, Lord, in the book of Genesis. It is not good for man to be alone. We know it well. The enemy always tries to isolate his prey. And that's also why I understand, Jesus, that you send your disciples out, 2 by 2. St. Luke tells us in chapter 10 that you appointed 72 disciples and sent them out, saying to them, Behold, I'm sending you out as lambs among wolves. Take no purse, no bag, no sandals. Well, maybe they went away barefoot, perhaps, and without a bag, but not without company. You, Jesus, could have reached more places if you have sent them out one by one. But you know that it is not good for man to be alone. So today I wanted to thank you, Jesus, for the people you have placed on my side, to pray for each and every one of them. I recently read a text from St. Aelred. He was a 12th century theologian who wrote a lot about spiritual friendship. And he said, the purpose of friendship is not only to love one another, but to love God through one another. Their friendship is the love of God between the two of them. And he summarized it all by saying, God is friendship. How true. You, Jesus, who had no place to be born, or to lay your head, did not want to be without friends. I do not call you servants, you said to them. You are my friends. So you and the 12 and the women who accompanied you, you were a bunch of friends. Friendship was invented by you, Lord, and true friendship leads us to you. Otherwise, it's not perfect. I also read a study that describes how being in contact with friends multiplies a person's happiness by 4. Of course it does. To love and to be loved, that's happiness. As a dying man said, at the end of life, one regrets not having loved much more and many more. And he was a man who loved so much. So how important it is to love and to know you are loved. That's our testimony of God. Jesus, thank you for the people you have placed close to me. Just thinking of their names makes me smile. 2 friends come to mind now. The 3 of us were born within 5 days of each other, on the 25th, 28th, and 30th of the same month and year. And we went to the same class at school, and the 3 of us gave ourselves to God in Opus Dei at a very young age. And we're still faithful and in contact. And when I go to my hometown, we meet up and have a drink. Like wine, this friendship improves with time. And there are so many others, family and friends from school, university, from life. I give thanks for them every day, and I think of them often. And I imagine you, Jesus, in the most difficult moments, when you clashed with stubborn Pharisees, or the Samaritans did not welcome you, or the people of Nazareth treated you as a madman. I imagine you, in those hard moments, thinking of your friends, looking at John, who surely laid his head on your chest many more times, or at Peter, who, with all his weaknesses, truly loved you. We know that you loved Martha, Mary, and Lazarus. You, Jesus, had friends who counted on you when they were suffering and comforted you when things were tough for you. We all need friends who help us be better, who lead us to you, Jesus. Friendship is a testimony of God. At times, we are the face of God for them, and at times, they are for us. People we love and who love us. People we call when things get difficult, or who called us when they need help. People we love with deeds, sending a loving message, a picture that cheers them up or makes them laugh. You told us, Jesus, every time you did it to one of these, you did it to me. I also read a quote that said that when your parents die, you will have lost the only people who wanted you to be better than themselves. What nonsense. Precisely now that my parents died just the other year, I have realized how many people love me, and they want me to be better than themselves. They want me to become a saint. People who, at times, love me more than I love myself. And in the most critical moments of my life, when my vocation was uphill, when at times I have been on the point of throwing in the towel, they have pulled me up, have given me a push, they have corrected me with fortitude. People who have brought me back to you, Jesus, when I was like a lost sheep, and who, at times, have carried me on their shoulders. Friends, brothers and sisters in Opus Dei, to whom I owe my fidelity, who with their fidelity have strengthened mine. And many of them don't even know it. They will know about it in heaven. Yeah? I've also tried to be faithful for them, and to them, to help them, to accompany them. Because I know that when the enemy attacks, he tries to isolate his prey. Sometimes we don't see the danger, or we don't say anything. That's when the rescue mission of true friendship kicks in. Thank you, Jesus, that in the hardest moments I have never lacked, like you didn't lack, a good loving John, or a Mary Magdalene, a Lazarus, or a Martha. Thank you, because sometimes I have been your face, Jesus, for my friends. Love them, you asked, as I love them. Love them without fear. Give testimony of love, of God. True friendship make us all grow in love for you, Jesus. And you, who pray with me now, do you have such good friends? Well, give thanks to God with me. Even send them this meditation, so that they may know that you are there when they need you, and that you may need them close to you from time to time. Mary, my mother, I place your immaculate hearts and the sacred hearts of your Son between me and each person I love. Do you remember the friendship between Sam and Frodo in The Lord of the Rings? Well, it is moving, when at the end, Frodo can't even move anymore, and he tells Sam that he is sunk in darkness. And Sam knows that he can't carry his friend's burden, but he can carry his friend.
Then let us be rid of it, once and for all. Come on, Mr. Frodo. I can't carry it for you. But I can carry you! Come on!
Well, I say this to my friends today. I promise you that I will never leave you until we are together forever in heaven, even if I have to carry you on my shoulders. And I hope that you will do the same for me. I give you thanks, my God, for the good resolutions, affections, and inspirations that you have communicated to me in this meditation. I ask you for help to put them into effect. My Mother Immaculate, Saint Joseph, my Father and Lord, my guardian angel, intercede for me.